おそらく親方様だと思います。
私も同感です。
It's either that or 19th person.
このようなお姿でお亡くなりになるとは。おいたわしや。
でもこの死体本当にじい様だって保証はあるんすか？こうも黒焦げじゃ性別さえも想像つかないってのに。
Dental records.
バトラ君、足をご覧なさい。
Or that. Okay. What is his feet intact or something? Natsui, with her handkerchief over her mouth and her eyes averted, pointed and told me to look at the burnt corpse's feet. Hmm? Please don't show it.
両足の指が6本あるのがお分かりになりませんか？
Ew.
本当だ。
Just as Genji had said, there are 6 toes on each foot. Each individual toe had looked so normal in its line that I hadn't noticed.
親方様はお生まれの時から両足の指がそれぞれ6本でした。そして故に親方様は後ろ宮家の再興を託されたのです。
What? That's why? That's the reason? Oh my god.
後ろ宮家には昔から生まれつき多子症の方が多かったそうです。多分遺伝的なものでしょう。
Really? Polydactyly? Dactyly? Sure, literally means many fingers. Because of the mistake by God, when the person is born, one of their toes or fingers splits into 2 and the total number increases. But a big deal isn't usually made of polydactyly in the world at large. That's because it isn't a disease, just something people are born with. So while they're still babies, at about the time they turn 1 year old, they can be taken to the hospital and given surgery to make them normal. Yeah. I thought you just did that, like, actually, like, when they were born. I didn't think it was at 1. I thought they just immediately did it. I didn't know if I knew they did it when they were still, like, really, really young. But I didn't know at what time they did. Even a child with polydactyly can be treated before they become aware, so they might not even remember it themselves. Yeah, I mean, you'd notice a scar. By the way, it seems that there's a possibility for this to occur in 1 out of every 2,000 babies. So even though it's not usually seen, it isn't that rare at all. But the thing is that it's easily treated, thus making it more rare that someone doesn't get it treated. Speaking of which, I think Uncle Hideyoshi mentioned something to me long ago. Something about how even Toyotomi Hideyoshi, the man who unified Japan at the end of the Sengoku period, had 6 fingers on 1 hand. According to Aunt Natsui, among the many Ushiromiya family heads, the ones most praised for their wisdom all had polydactyly. I assume I'm saying that right. It's a fucked up medical term, so screw it. Because of that, when grandfather was born, his relatives were all excited at the thought that he might become another wise leader. And when the leading relatives all died in the Great Kanto earthquake, it was apparently argued that grandfather should be the one to restore the family because of the auspicious sign of his birth. If grandfather hadn't disliked his position as the head so much, the 6th toe probably would have been pretty lucky for him. Come to think of it, I've heard about some country where it's believed people with polydactyly should be treated as gods and revered. The oh my god, that would be the best. This is besides the point, but it's fairly common in mystery novels for a corpse to be burned to hide its identity. But I guess then grandfather's case, just toasting him wouldn't be enough. Yeah, you had to fucking cut off his toes. And grandfather's body was simply not burned. It was just like on Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi, and the thing that had been stabbed into Kenan's chest. One of the demon's eye specks was stuck into his forehead. What? Oh, they're the lovers torn apart, not the forehead. I combine the two. I combine the two of them. But he died earlier than the lovers being torn apart, though. That's the problem, is it? Yeah. No, they weren't aware of the smell until after the bodies were found, though. So that's when at least the body was thrown in there. It's not, I don't know if it was thrown in there the second he was killed or not.
指に当主の指輪がありません。
昨夜の手紙の通りということですか、お父様。さぞやご無念でしょう。
It's okay. It's not your fault. Natsui let her head drop and closed her eyes tightly. This room has become a vital crime scene for us to hand over to the police. It was decided that we would leave grandfather's corpse here and lock the door, sealing it. It isn't clear when grandfather's corpse started burning in the incinerator. Since according to Genji, the strength of the flames hadn't been that strong and the body must have started burning a long time ago. So that's the thing, they actually didn't even take the order that it was supposed to do. This is just the order that we've theoretically become aware of the bodies. So they're not necessarily dying in order, which is fucking great. Because the lovers are supposed to die before the dude with getting it stuck in the forehead. So it could be guessed that it might not be a witch that's behind it. It could be someone trying to imitate the epitaph, but not being able to do it completely. Because if it's a witch, why do it out of order? Why would you have that need to do it out of order? So that stench could slowly creep out of the furnace and fill the room bit by bit, eventually pouring out and climbing up the staircase. Putting aside whether he was rare or well done, God, that's fucked. Grandfather had been brought out, killed, and burned, even though he had started out locked away in the closed room created by his auto lock. There's probably no doubting this. However, according to Genji, the boiler room is usually locked. The possibility that someone outside our group had snuck in and committed the crime was overwhelmingly high. And there was also a good chance that this person was walking around with something like a master key. After all, the doors and windows throughout the mansion had been checked. But despite that, the culprit was able to strut around the mansion freely. Does this crime confirm that a 19th person exists? There's still that contradiction, since they're trying to tout their existence without ever showing themselves once. Along with Kyrie's chessboard theory, I've been using this contradiction to deny the existence of a 19th person. By spinning the chessboard around once more, the very fact of this crime makes it perfectly obvious that a 19th person exists, clearly. It means that the existence of the 19th person is even less possible. Plausible, of course. Because that's how it works. As long as that 19th person doesn't show themselves in front of us. If the culprit could get grandfather out through the door sealed by the receipt, if they could kill Aunt Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi from the other side of a door sealed by a chain, then could they possibly go so far as to create a fictional 19th person through strange tricks and devices? If we still want to believe that the culprit is among the 18, then the list of the suspects has grown very short. Too short. The four of us kids, Aunt Natsui, Genji, Kumasawa, and Dr. Nanjo. One of these people has to be the culprit. I don't think so. I guarantee you none of them are. I guarantee it. Because there are times and places where it would have been impossible for them to commit the crime. The children you can eliminate from the equation. Because George wouldn't be able to kill his parents. As much as Jessica complains about her parents, she would never kill her father because she's torn up about it, clearly. And then you go into Battler's case. He wouldn't kill his father, as much as he complained about it, or Kiria. He might kill his father, he wouldn't kill Kiria because there's no point in it. So that kind of thing, so that eliminates the children, because Maria's not strong enough to kill everyone. On Natsui, I would think that if Kinzo didn't die. If Kinzo was alive, it would be more possible that she could have done it. But she has no goal in killing Kinzo. Because he just, validated that, yeah, she's part of the family at this point. She's a worthy person. That he'd want her to be his daughter. So there would be no reason for her to kill him after that. Genji, for the most part, he's been around canon. So unless they did it together, it wouldn't be possible. Canon wouldn't kill Shannon anyways. I don't think any of the servants would kill another servant. Nanjo, he has no point in it. He's actually the most suspicious, honestly. Because he could lie and say, oh, these corpses were killed at 2 a.m. But really, in actuality, they were killed at like 8. Something like that. He could have just lied. And covered for people. So, I mean, he's the most suspicious. Out of all these people, I don't think any of them did it. I think it's just he's the most suspicious. Wait, we can't be sure of that. Just a second ago, we started doubting whether the corpse here was actually grandfather's, right? Maybe we can think of the other bodies in the same way. For example, the first 6 had all their faces horribly smashed. Some of the bodies had capped enough of their faces for us to confirm who they were. But that old bastard, for example, had lost his entire face, as though the whole thing had been neatly peeled off. We only figured out which bodies was which by their clothes and surroundings. Did the culprit prepare a fake body beforehand and alter it to make it look different, look like they've died, even though they were actually hiding somewhere after committing the crime? It may sound ridiculous, but it wouldn't be an impossible trick to pull off. So what you're saying is that someone could have been faking a corpse there. It's too early to give in to this 19th person. No, this witch.
Maria ちゃん、それ以上しげしげと見てはなりません。
Stop it.
さあ、バトラ君も。カノンの容体も気になりますし、いつまでもこのようなところにはいられません。戻りましょう。
Maria didn't go out with everyone else, but remained in the boiler room. The thing she was staring so fixedly at probably wasn't grandfather's body, but the demon's eye pick sticking out of his forehead. It was probably the sort of item that an enthusiast wouldn't bear to ignore. I tapped her on the head.
Oi, Maria. Beatrice の目的は何なんだ? 俺たち全員の命か?
ベアトリーチェはもうすぐ蘇るんだよ。
Of course she will.
その時、誰も生き残れはしない。
よくも笑えるもんだぜ。自分だけ蚊帳の外だと思ってるのか？どうして自分の身に危機が迫っていると感じない？どうして怯えない？
ベアトリーチェは約束してくれたもん。マリアは黄金郷へ連れて行ってもらえるんだよ。そこはね、しがらみも何もない全ての人たちがずっと一緒にいつまでも優しくし合っていける素敵な場所なんだよ。
That's I would just immediately tell her, yeah, that sounds a little too good to be true, doesn't it? Sounds like she's just feeding you a bunch of horseshit just to believe her.
マリアは楽しみだよ。その時はもうすぐだもん。
Though convincing a child, that's pretty hard. Punch her. Oh, good God. That's even more terrifying. Just what kind of person is Maria? I only know what Maria was like 6 years ago, when she was 3. She was once pure and obedient, a good kid. This new Maria 6 years later and the Maria I knew didn't seem to fit together. Just who is she, this witch who calls herself Maria? To Maria, who obstinately believes in the witch, this series of unsolvable crimes is proof that the witch actually exists. Every time something occurs that would be difficult for a human, it becomes a little harder for the rest of us not to believe in Beatrice. It must be an intense pleasure for Maria to see her relatives, who once firmly denied the witch's existence, start acknowledging that witch's existence one by one. Is that why she's in high spirits?
マリア、もう一遍だけ聞く。どうせ答えは同じだろうが、もう一遍だけ聞く。お前は昨日、 マラテイエンで手紙をもらった。そいつは誰なんだ？
おお、だからベアトリーチェ。バトラがまだ信じない。ほう。
Maria only repeated what she had already said. Maria met with the 19th person, the witch. Was that really a 19th person, or did one of the 18 just get her to say that? All that's certain is that Maria had been with the rest of us constantly, has always had an alibi, and hasn't done anything suspicious. Suspicious? Her laughing is pretty fucking suspicious. She's simply overjoyed at being made Beatrice's messenger, and certainly isn't the 19th person. Supposedly. That's not really Maria. That's right. Wonder what's written in the letter we picked up in Aunt Ava and Uncle Hideyoshi's room. Aunt Natsui would still have it with her. I fucking read that shit. Okay. It's a really fucking big clock now. In the end, Cannon did not regain consciousness, even though Dr. Nanjo and the rest did all they could to heal him. Of course, there was very little that could be done on the island without medicine or proper facilities. However, Cannon was the only human ever to confront the culprit. If only he could give us some kind of clue. However, at the time they carried Cannon away, it was already too late.
申し訳ありません。あのような重傷を設備のないところではどうしようも。
No shit.
いえ、無理もないことです。最善を尽くしてくださりありがとうございました。
Dr. Nanjo's shirt had been sprayed by a violent spurt of blood, so it was easy to imagine the devotion with which he had tried to save Cannon's life, up until the last second. Jessica was crouched in the corner, crying softly. Yeah, everyone's fucking dying. She had probably been taking care of Cannon until the moment of his death. George tried to approach her with words of comfort, but when Jessica pushed him away, he stopped trying to force her to talk and left her alone.
私がカノンさんを一人で行かせなければ。
気に病むことはない。仮に一緒だったら、熊沢も襲われていたかもしれん。
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
それに、愚かにも先走ったゆえの自業自得だ。
Thanks, Genji.
そんな言い方ってねえぜ。
Yeah, it's a bit cold.
カノン君は犯人の姿を見つけて勇敢に立ち向かったんだ。熊沢さんも一緒だったら犯人は躊躇して逃げることを選んだかもしれない。
Sorry, Jessica, but he's right. He could have said in a little nicer of a way, but he's right. If that thing's going through his chest, it's going through Kumasawa. Emotion-filled words that I never thought I'd hear coming from Jessica's mouth tumbled out. Kumasawa, looking truly sorry, could do nothing but hang her head.
ジェシカ、今は言葉をかけるべきじゃない。
Yeah, she's a little upset.
僕だって。そしてバトラ君もだろう。もう何が何だかわからなくて心が張り裂けそうだよ。
There were tears in George's eyes again. Seeing Jessica break down crying probably brought back the pain of losing his parents. I had done my crying all at once, so I didn't feel like crying anymore. However, I understood how great the pain in their hearts was.
大丈夫だよ、ジェシカ。
Smack the shit out of her.
カノンにだってまたすぐ会えるよ。
よしてくれよ。
Smack the shit out of her.
そういう慰めはいらねえぜ。
Yeah. I think she'd rather just hear, I'm sorry for your loss than... Or you're like, I'm just sorry that you had to watch someone die. As you were in the same room with them. Then, you know, saying, oh, you'll be able to meet him again. It's like, fuck you.
ベアトリーチェは死者も失った愛すらも蘇らせる。だからきっとすぐに会えるよ。そしてきっとみんなで穏やかに過ごせるから。
Shut the fuck up.
カノン君を殺したのが マリアに昨日手紙を渡したっていうベアトリーチェなのか。そいつはどこにいるんだよ。どこに隠れてるんだよ。私が見つけて引き裂いてやる。
Oh yeah.
言えよ。知ってるんだろ。お前は何を知っていて何を隠してるんだ。
Started throwing her against the wall. Tell me. Tell me.
話しやがれ。
お嬢様、おやめください。
Shut the fuck up, Genji. Shut up, Maria.
ベアトリーチェはいる。
Okay, if she exists, where the fuck is she? I have to go greet her and say hello.
ちくしょう。源氏さん話せよ。マリアが犯人を知ってる。
I mean, technically she does.
しかもそいつは知ってて隠してるんだ。そして俺たちの内情を伝えて殺しの手引きをしてるに違いないんだぜ。
That is an interesting thought if Maria is, like, part of this conspiracy with them.
ジェシカ、静かにしなさい。
Jessica grabbed at Maria. Genji tried to stop her, but Jessica could not be calmed. The next thing I heard was the sound of Natsui slapping Jessica's face. And just everyone's beating the shit out of each other. After that, only Jessica's sorrowful, sobbing voice resounded throughout the hall.
マリアちゃん、僕は君が断じて犯人ではないことを知っている。
Well, that fact that you say you're not the culprit is just gonna make me think that she's that much more suspicious.
君はいつも僕たちと一緒にいたし、犯人なんかと通じている時間はなかった。
See, that's the type of shit that's like, that's when they'll pull it out later, like in the 7th chapter or whatever. Saying, actually, she was able to do this, 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 and this. And it's like, oh, fucking course she could.
だから聞かせてほしい。君に昨日手紙を渡したベアトリーチェとは誰なんだい？
I would just say, where is she? Where the fuck is she? Because I'm gonna beat the ever-loving shit out of him. Although those words seemed kind, they clearly showed that George still had some remaining doubts about Maria. He didn't actually grab at her. However, he felt exactly the same way Jessica did. No shit, I think everyone would in that situation. I would, at least.
兄貴、同じことは俺もさっき聞いたぜ。返事は同じさ。マリアちゃんの口から聞きたい。
Okay, George, fuck you too. It's like talking to a wall that only says it's Beatrice.
ベアトリーチェとは誰なんだい？
Throw her out the fucking window.
言ってもどうせ信じない。
Oh my god, I swear to god, just tell me. I'll believe you if you fucking tell me the truth.
それはどういう意味だい？
No shit, actually that's when I would get really fucking pissed. If she knew like all this time it was someone else, I'm like, oh you fucking bitch. I will fucking kill you right here and now.
ひょっとして僕らのよく知る人物が犯人で。
Who?
君は何かの事情からそれをかばうために黙っているというのかい？
I'd be getting really pissed.
君はあの手紙を誰にもらったんだい？
ベアトリーチェにもらったんだよ。
Bitch? You just said I wouldn't believe you if I even told you who it really was. Or at least something along those lines. You're gonna fucking tell me now.
何度だって言う。手紙はベアトリーチェにもらった。
But who? Who was posing as her, at least? Or, you know, where is she?
ジョージお兄ちゃんがベアトリーチェを信じないのは殴れる相手じゃないから。
I can hit you, though. That would shut her the fuck up.
ジョージお兄ちゃんはやるせない気持ちを暴力に変えて誰かにぶつけたいと思っている。
Yeah, basically.
だから殴れる相手が人間じゃなきゃ収まりがつかない。
Yeah, actually. That's a good way to sum it up.
だからそんなジョージお兄ちゃんには真実を話しても受け入れられない。だから言っても無駄。信じない。
Just say it.
でもマリアは何度も言うよ。真実だから言うよ。ベアトリーチェはね、いるの。
Stop having the fucking quotes around it.
の扉はもうすぐ開かれるよ。
See, I'd make it my personal goal. You're not gonna. If there is some golden lane, I swear to God, you're not going to it. Because she just pisses me off right now.
マリアはそこに行くの。
Not if you're dead.
ベアトリーチェが約束してくれたの。その世界ではママも優しくてパパも一緒で優しいの。マリアは早くそこへ行きたいの。
I mean, to be fair, Rosa was pretty nice, it seemed. It just seemed like she was really stressed out. And I can kind of understand if you do this shit around her and why she'd be a little stressed out. I mean, I think you just both need to go to some counseling together and just talk out your differences. And then grow together as a family.
みんなはベアトリーチェのことを恐れている。
I'm afraid of dying, not of her.
そしてそれは無理もないことだけど、なら安心して。ベアトリーチェは言ってたよ。
Fuck what she said.
台風が去るまでに全てを終わらせるからって。
Then what's the fuck of the point of the Twilight stuff if it's just one day? Yeah, just beat the shit out of her.
饒舌なマリアも嫌いじゃねえが、とりあえずはそのくらいにしとけ。魔女はいるいる言ってたお前にとってさぞや現状は愉快だろうが、とりあえずそいつはお前だけで噛み締めとけ。他人にまで押し付けるんじゃねえ。
Thank you.
おお。
こいつおかしいぜ。どっかおかしいぜ。
She's not fucking wrong there. I'm not gonna lie. There's something seriously messed up with Maria. And, yeah, Rosa slapped Maria and all that. It's like multiple times. But if she did that shit, I would be like, I wouldn't slap my child, of course. But I would be like, this is fucked up. That's what would be going through my mind.
バトラは思わねえのかよ。ケンジさんは、
Yes, I do agree.
熊沢さんは、母さんはどうだよ。マリアは犯人の正体を知ってて隠してる。確かに直接手を下してるわけじゃないかもしれない。でも間違いなく犯人の一味だぜ。そうさ、スパイさ。私たちと一緒になんかいさせられないぜ。
I mean, theoretically speaking, if it was to go into jail, she could definitely be charged with, like, conspiracy. And, like, you know, assisting with the crimes and all that. An accessory to murder, all that shit. Especially if she does know who it is and refuses to say who it is. All that kind of shit. Like, so she could actually go to jail, theoretically, for what she's doing. If she knows who it is. And is on purposely refusing to tell who it is. I swear to God.
マリアちゃん、不謹慎な話を慎むべき時もあることを知りなさい。これ以上混乱に油を注ぐような真似が過ぎれば。
I mean, there's a point where it's like, Rosa has a point where she, like, you know, tells her to, like, stop doing that, you know, this isn't the time and place for that. I mean, there's a lot of things Maria just doesn't get. Like, well, because she's, like, 9. That makes sense. But it's like, there's a lot of things that Maria does that she just doesn't care what people think. Natsui glared at Maria with frightening eyes. Maria was used to Aunt Rosa's loud style of scolding, but she apparently hadn't built up a resistance to Aunt Natsui's quiet sort of scolding. She shrugged and kept her mouth shut. A desolate feeling filled the room. It felt as though things would just get more complicated if anyone spoke. How many people have died already? 6 people in Dad's group. After that, both Aunt Ava and Uncle Hideyoshi, Kanan, grandfather. There were a whole 18 people on this island, supposedly, and 10 of those people have been killed. Well, I imagine Genji and Kumasawa are going to be next on the chopping block. That's more than half of us, and then probably Natsui. And right now, there's absolutely no proof that the remaining 8 people will be safe.